this is TTC News Broadcasting. We are happy today to present the morning news to you. First, let's have a look on international news. Today we have a very important story concerning the military operation in Afghanistan, which is called Mushtarak. In order to shed more light on this story, we invite now two political analysts. Dr. Ngam from Washington DC and Dr. Islam from London. Thank you very much. First, Dr. Ngam, what is the key objectives of this operation?
First, I want to say thank to the administration of this new channel. I think it will gain ground as soon as possible. Now, back to the question. I think the main reason behind this operation is to weaken the Taliban forces and by catching them and eliminating their leaders. Also, I'm sure that NATO will succeed at the end of this operation to bring peace and prosperity to the Afghan population. I've heard that since the beginning of this operation that civilians will be killed, but I think that sometimes we have to suffer in order to live in peace and prosperity.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Ngam. Now we move to Mr. Mohammed Islam. Mohammed Islam, what does General Carter mean when he said that this operation is at the end of the beginning? Do you think that this operation will fail to drive out the Taliban fighters?
Well, I'm so happy to have this opportunity to be live in TTC News Broadcasting. I was very eager to have this opportunity for a long time. And I think I will be very precise. I will give you a lot of information concerning this war. And since 2002 until now, I have gathered so many documents here and many research papers to reinforce my speech in front of my colleague, Dr. Ngam. And I think this operation will be very tough in terms of killing Afghan civilians. According to the BBC, 12 civilians were killed at the first day of the beginning of this operation, and this is not the first time that this is not the first time that the civilians pay the price of this nonsense war or this is unfair war.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Islam. Do you think that this operation will be the last?
The operation is fair and useful for the Afghan population. Therefore, as long as it brings peace and prosperity, I think that they will stay there to help Afghan population. After the demand of NATO of more troops, I don't think that this operation will be the last.
I think this operation will not be the last because NATO has demanded more troops, and if the international community would like this war to happen, and those people in America and in Europe should say or should stop paying taxes to their government, because these taxes will transfer later by this government to fuels and bombs and so on to kill those peoples in Afghanistan, and that doesn't make any sense. And it is enough killing, enough destruction, and time is up for peace, time is up for prosperity, and those people in Afghanistan deserve to live a better life, enough killing, enough destruction.
Dr. Ngam from Washington DC, thank you very much, and Dr. Islam from London, thank you very much. Indeed. Okay, now we move to the street in order to ask people about this operation. Okay, now we are talking about the war in Afghanistan. We have here our friend, and we'll ask him about the war in Afghanistan. Do you think that war in Afghanistan was a fair or not?
No, in my opinion, war in Afghanistan is not fair, because I saw and heard through the media so many things not positive.
Do you think the last operation, Mushtarak operation, will fail to drive out the Taliban fighters from the cities?
I don't think that. I think that the Afghanistan fighters are very strong to be defeated. They are If you ask me about the war in Afghanistan, I'm really so proud to answer you. Because wherever the war is, in Iraq, in Afghanistan, in Thailand, in everywhere, I think that war is not good.
About the war in Afghanistan, is it fair or not?
Well, I think, and of course it's not fair because a lot of civilians are dying because of that. And not destruction and what we need.
Next week at the same time, be waiting for us. New issues, new guests. Now we move to the local internet.